ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये इंग्लिश 100 WPM डिक्टेशन क्लास है और ये गवर्नमेंट के सभी डिपार्टमेंटों के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट डिक्टेशन है। तो ये किसी एक पर्टिकुलर जैसे SSC के लिए ना मान के चले, किसी भी विभाग में जैसे इस तरह की डिक्टेशन बोली जा सकती है। तो सभी बच्चे लिखा करो और इसको फिर बाद में पढ़ के टाइप कर दिया करो वेबसाइट के ऊपर। अच्छा, जिस बच्चे की वेबसाइट पे 90% एक्यूरेसी आ गई, अगर सॉफ्टवेयर 90% एक्यूरेसी दे देता है तो वो अपना सिलेक्शन मान सकता है। फिर वो चाहे वो दिन में 1-2 ही लिखे भाई, जैसे मतलब 90 अगर उसकी आ जाती है तो मान लो भाई जैसे वो जीत गया। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। सर, द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन of the sign workers welfare fund required certain changes and from information ministry that has been given to the labor ministry. When it came there, an exercise took place in the ministry regarding certain amendments required for the purpose of giving benefit to the workers, and one such amendment is coming up today, and this is the bill which I have brought, in which there are 3 provisions mainly to be taken into consideration by this house for the purpose of making it an act. The first one is that the ceiling limit, which we found that so far as BD workers are concerned or other workers in mines like dolomite and others are concerned, the ceiling of pay for coverage was rupees 1600, whereas here the ceiling was rupees 1000 per month, thereby depriving a large number of workers to come within the purview of this act. So the first proposal is to raise the ceiling limit from rupees 1000 to rupees 1600. So far as the lump sum payment is concerned, the amendment proposed is that from rupees 5000 it should be brought up to rupees 8,000 so that large number of workers could come within the purview of this act and get the benefit of this welfare fund. Secondly, we propose it transpires that family welfare activities were not being included within this. There was an international conference, a conference of international labor organization, a tripartite seminar on compatibility of labor laws with national policy of population and moderation held in 1984, wherein it transpired that certain benefits shall have to be included within the family welfare, and thereby we propose the amendment so that the fund which will come in this welfare fund could also be utilized for the purpose of family welfare, including family planning, education and other allied services. The third provision is to amend section 6 of the act. We found that the number is limited to 11 for the purpose of having the central advisory committee. Now, keeping in view tripartism, that is employer, employee and the government representative, we found on examining other similar acts that acts with similar provisions exist where there is no limit to the tripartite representation of the government, of the employer as well as the employee. Therefore, we propose to amend this not to limit to the number of 11 only, but to give it an opportunity in such a manner that there is involvement of more people who will participate on this advisory committee. These are the 3 points on which this amendment is brought, and I am sure that when this amendment comes into force and the bills becomes an act, this will go a long way in improving the entire administration, particularly bringing in sign workers within the fold of the mainstream of other workers of similar category so that they get benefit. Sir, I have listened to the speeches delivered in support of the resolution, and I am sorry I cannot see my way to support it for several reasons. First of all, it is not in keeping with our policy and professions. Secondly, it cannot have and should not have any place in a state which stands for planned economy. And thirdly, it is not in consonance with the object of socialism which we have placed before ourselves. I know that arguments have been advanced in favor of the resolution because of the price bonds recently introduced by the government. I will have to say a few words about them, but before I deal with the price bonds themselves, I would like to point out the harm that is likely to be caused to the people at large by the introduction of the system of national lotteries. I think this itself causes a great deal of harm to the man himself. We have been told that man is the maker of his own fortune. Even those people who believe in the theory of karma know that they have got to work hard. We may leave the results in the hands of God, but we have got to work and we have to strive hard. This system of national lotteries will spread not only in the district towns but to every tehsil and every village. This is already going on, and therefore we have to find some way of canalizing these activities. I think the greatest harm that the system will be doing is to create a feeling amongst the people that they should not depend upon themselves for changing their fortunes. The previous speaker mentioned the fact that Gandhiji used to tell us that we have to attach special importance to the means, that it the means that have to be taken care of and that the ends will be taken care of automatically. That is why he said that he would not have Swaraj at the cost of truth and non-violence. So I feel that this would create a feeling in the minds of the people that instead of self-reliance, which we want everybody to practice, instead of mutual cooperation and mutual help to propagate, which we want to start cooperative societies, we shall switch their minds in a totally different direction. Secondly, as has been pointed out in recent years, there has been a great fall in our morals, especially because of the get rich quick mentality. Many of our present ills may be ascribed to that, and once we introduce this system, I think we will be adding fresh incentive to that spirit. Instead of working for themselves, instead of devising ways and means to establish themselves, they will be thinking and depending on their luck. That is, they will be thinking that they will get a lottery prize sooner or later, after which they will make a start in life by starting a business. वर्ड बता देता हूँ कितने हैं ये। नौ सौ छिहत्तर 976 वर्ड है ये और पढ़े गए हैं। 10 सेकंड का क्या बनेगा? पॉइंट 976 डिवाइड बाई 9.15। ये स्पीड थी बच्चों 106 की, 106 की ये स्पीड थी। और जो है वेबसाइट पे उसको लगा दिया गया है डिक्टेशन नंबर 31 के नाम से। इस क्लास के देखते हैं बच्चों। नमस्कार बच्चों।